Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know in the last episode we promised you that big FD reveal with the color, but guess what? This episode we really are going to deliver on that. Well, we are back at FH Pro Collision here in Brampton, Ontario, and of course this is Pete's S15 all stripped down and ready to go in there to be repainted in a yet to be determined color. And of course we dropped my FD off here. You would have seen that in a previous episode. And we were gonna paint it black, and then we were toying with the idea of maybe that innocent blue mica that the front bumper and the rear spoiler came in. So I think without further ado, let's just dive right in there and show you what we got. All right guys, this is not that big a surprise for me. Obviously I know what color we chose, but it's still gonna be really cool to see it because I really haven't seen the car since Richie put color on it. So here we go everybody. Let's pull some plastic off it. I think you know what color it is even with plastic on, but whew, man.
We did it, DP. We didn't go black.
Look at that. Woohoo! This is, of course, Fatty from FH Pro. You are the F in FH Pro, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And you're the H too.
And I'm the H.
You're the whole deal. And 100%. Man, this car is the whole deal now too. Dude, it looks amazing.
Not amazing. It's sexy. The sexy tours of the body.
Yeah.
The change of color.
Yeah.
The hood, custom hood.
Mm-hmm. The fit up is so good, and the finish.
And the paint job, bro. Richie is
like it's a mirror.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's magic.
Exactly.
How does he do this without wet sanding it for 1,000 hours? How does he do this?
We don't polish. That's our policy.
It just comes out of the booth like this.
We maintain our booth to the top standards where we don't want to polish. Anytime you polish and that, it just dulls out afterwards. You'll notice it 3 months down the road.
Yeah.
The finish is not to be touched. Just clear coat it, do the best as you can.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the finish that you're gonna get. You might get the odd, maybe out of the whole car, one or two that we just lightly polish with a small polisher that we don't expand it bigger than what it's supposed to be.
How do you like this color versus the black?
I love the color.
Yeah.
Black is nice, blue stands out more.
Yeah.
And maybe the car needed a facelift, so here you got it now.
Yeah,
right?
it really updates it. And you were
amazing.
saying, wait till we see it in the sunlight.
When it goes in the sun, everything just
pops
out. We're gonna do that in a little bit.
Ooh. Oh man. EP, look at that color.
Man, looking good in the sunlight, eh? Yeah, I love that color.
It's Beauty and the Beast here.
It kind of is. I mean, they both look kind of incomplete at the moment, but one certainly has much nicer paint than the other. Look at that. That is so good.
Well, now it's my turn, and Richie, you had a quick look at the car. What do you think?
It's not bad. It's pretty clean.
That's good. That's what we like to hear.
He's used to wrecked cars, not straight cars. This car's pretty straight.
Yeah, I know. Look at this one.
Yeah. This one is it's definitely no S15. I'll tell you that much. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have an easier job there. Color, guys. I've been still going back and forth. I have a color in mind. I am going to keep it a shade of silver. There's a lot of you that suggested Millennium Jade, which is like this almost like silver greenish color. And
Color.
maybe, who knows? I might have a last minute change, but I just don't love it. I don't love it. The color that I have in mind is, a shade of silver, or a shade of gray, and I think it's going to really make this car look proper without having to do the respray in the engine bay and stuff, which we don't really want to do. So
Yeah, keep it simple.
yeah, well, we've stripped this, I think, as much as we needed to, right? Do you see any problem areas right now? Like, I know there's a couple of small little weird dents here and there, but you said no problem with that, right?
Just a couple little dents and stuff,
Yeah.
but nothing that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. I know, it's all easy for you. It's all easy. Exactly. There you go. So
a lot of people say it's hard and it's this. I don't know. I find this
great, man. We love to hear that. I love to hear that. It makes me feel so much better. So.
I don't like picking out bad stuff on cars.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not that this one has something, has bad stuff. It doesn't, but I don't like picking it off. I just like fixing it, making it look good.
I love that
That's
attitude,
it.
man. I love that attitude. So, anyways, we're gonna go away. If you guys want us to do like a mid paint job update, certainly post in the comments. Otherwise, I think what we'll do, we'll just put together, Richie's gonna shoot some video for us, and we'll just put together a really long video when we pick this car up for paint, which will probably be 2-3 months. They've got a lot of work around here, but hopefully you guys can squeeze this in and keep this car looking as good as that FD, because I am a little jealous right now, DP.
Man, that thing was amazing.
I am a little bit jealous, so.
All right, guys, we are just getting the FD strapped down to the trailer here and heading back to the shop. When we get there, we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive on this car and show you a few things that we upgraded and didn't really tell you about. Back at the shop, and yes, we did have to put that front lip on because it just looked so incomplete without
it looks so much better now.
Man, I feel better already just seeing how good that looks. And this hood, by the way, is a new addition that I don't think we've ever shown you before. We actually picked this up from Scotty, the same guy that we stole the side skirts off of. He had this kicking around in his garage and decided not to install it on his car. He's gone with a different style hood. This is, I think, a feed style hood. I don't believe it's an original feed. I think it's a knockoff of a feed hood, but it's really well made. It's very heavy duty. So unlike a lot of fiberglass hoods that are flimsy, this thing has some strength and thickness to it. So we're able to use the factory latch without like big, ugly hood pins or that kind of latch mechanism. This should be very secure. Really the only knock on it is it doesn't fit perfectly up in this area. It's just a little high here, but Richie actually did a lot of work to make it fit better than it did, because it kind of like sat high here before, and this was much worse than it is now. So,
and it's a performance mod.
It's a performance mod for sure. Obviously having vents in your hood on a rotary is very, very valuable, because man, nothing makes more heat than a rotary. So giving the heat a way to escape the engine bay is really an awesome thing to do. And I think it looks really cool too.
It does, man. Yeah, it looks
gives the whole front end like
rad.
a more aggressive look, doesn't it? So I'm pumped on it. I think it fits remarkably well. Richie did a great job on like all the gaps on the hood and around the headlights and the bumpers. Everything just fits up remarkably well. And if you recall, there was a little bit of a hit under the front bumper that he fixed up as well. So as you can see, it has like the full skeleton underneath. So this is a very good replica.
Yeah, I'm impressed,
Or
actually.
maybe it's a real feed one. I don't know. Scotty wasn't sure, and I don't want to claim it being real without knowing for sure that it is, but it is solid. And you can see it's got like a proper bonded in metal latch here. So I don't think this is anything to worry about as far as security goes. And this, however, seems a little sketchy to me. So I don't think that's normal, but maybe it is. I've never owned an FD before, so don't love that, but I do love the engine bay, man. It looks so good repainted. It's just the level of glossiness everywhere.
I know, it makes me jealous. Like, look at they did so much work and it made it look so nice, man.
It's like a show car engine bay now. So, and that engine that we built is gonna look very at home in here, because that thing is gonna look sexy as hell too. So yeah, man, really pumped on that.
This pains me to show you guys these side skirts painted red, because we put so much time and effort into pulling these off. And ultimately, when Richie got them, he looked at them and he said, you know what? These pieces are actually going to be much better. They are ready to go. There's going to be a ton of work that is going to go into these. And he said he couldn't guarantee that it would, be perfect. So we did opt for the fiberglass ones. And it just goes to show sometimes fiberglass, ironically, can be the right choice. And in this situation, the fitment on these is fantastic. It looks great. I think we did the right thing by going with the side skirt, because when you get wheels on this and lowered, you're gonna see it's just gonna look so much better. I do find it like fills out this entire area. It gives this car more girth, especially with that huge front lip, that carbon lip. You can see it pokes out quite a bit more than the stock one. So this is certainly gonna be, you know, that level up 99 spec, and I'm certainly digging this whole thing. I am jealous, DP. I really am. I'm, you know, part of me wishes I could have gone with the yellow, just because looking at this car, seeing how cool the color is. If my car was black, 100% I would have done it, but because it's gray, I can't do it. The purist in me has to stick with a color that when you open the hood, you're gonna not look at it and be like, whoa, this car's been repainted.
I wasn't pushing as hard as I should.
I stopped too. I was like, oh, it's so light.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna do it. Don't worry. I got it. Ah, Superman power. We're on.
Okay. It does pain me to say this, but it is going to be a couple of months before you see this car again, because we've got some Hondas to build, we've got some JDM Legends to finish, although this is also a JDM Legend. This is like part deux. Part deux will be a few months out with, of course, that S15, so stay tuned, everyone. This is going to be pretty epic. We built that motor with Valvoline. If you haven't watched that series yet, go back and watch that engine build, because it's a really cool and unique engine build that we've chosen for this car. She's going to be a serious ripper.
If you guys recall, in a previous episode, we showed you this Max tie-down Versati track system, and we said we were going to take it to NV Auto and have them weld it directly to our aluminum bed on our trailer. We'll show you why we're installing this if you guys didn't watch the previous episode. However, we talked to those guys there and they said, you know what, welding it is not a good idea. If these things fatigue and fail, you do want to put them in like Max does, and that is with a nut and a bolt and a washer and a nut. However, their bolts are a little bit too short for our trailer, so we went out and got these long boys.
And there you have it. This is how the Mac Versati system works with their ratchet straps. And of course, we've tied down a conic wheel with a Continental Extreme Contact Force tire, because if you're going to the racetrack on a trailer, you want to have the best tire you can get on there. And man, isn't this Mac system brilliant? I love the way they use these dual attachments. So instead of having the single attachment point like these little guys, which are rated to, I think, 1,000 pounds, it has a dual mounting system here, which is rated to 5,000 pounds in vertical load. So very, very secure. A nice little release mechanism on here, all zinc coated. These blocks on here are really clever. You can see they have these little teeth, and that tooth on the bottom side actually sits in a groove on the tire so that the strap won't slip off the tire. On this side, of course, we've got the same double attachment and their patented ratchet system. Really pumped on this setup. I think it's going to work extremely well for any of our vehicles. And of course, with these little guys, we can always put them in there and ratchet strap down a toolbox or a moped, anything we want. So
tires, bro.
Tires too. Yeah, tires too. So really versatile system, very high quality. Could not be happier with it. All right, guys, thanks for watching this one. We hope you found our trailer tune-up helpful and useful, and we hope you enjoyed that update on the FD RX7 as well. So make sure to like and subscribe and do all those YouTube-y things so that we can do more creative strappings on our beautiful aluminum trailer with this Mac tie-down system.